Be a little bit different this month because it's December and we got the biggest holiday of the year coming up, the two biggest holidays of the year coming up. So it's going to be great. So I hope you guys are feeling festive and all that great stuff, and I hope you guys are doing good, man. Yesterday we talked about something that really bothered me. We had a guy who was trying to get what I would call it. He was trying to get some help, but he was acting like he didn't really need the help. So he was just like, I'm having trouble with getting customers, but this is not an open invitation for you to talk to me about getting customers. So I was like, you're self-destructive. He wasn't talking literally to me. He was talking to somebody else. But we talked about that, and we talked about what to do and where your mindset should be when it comes to that. So if you haven't looked at yesterday's podcast, go back in yesterday's podcast and look at it. And if you don't know where it is, you can find it on Facebook at Derek Mr. Fresh Harper, M as in Mary, B as in boy, A as in apple. Derek Mr. Fresh Harper, MBA on Facebook. If you search that, you'll find me there. It could be a lot of links. There's a lot of links to go through, man. But we're gonna keep this thing moving, and so I hope you guys get up there. And if you can't, just send me a message, and I'll send you the link. All right, that sounds good. If you're on TikTok, you can send me a message. I'll send you the link. If you're on Facebook, you send me the message. I'll send you the link. But if you're on Facebook, you actually can see it. So if you're watching me now on Facebook, it's that. All right. You dig? What's going on, John? John Seiko is here today, guys. What's going on? I knew he was going to show up someday. I actually talked about you, John, the other day. I did a podcast about how to be the most expensive person in your industry. And I talked about you. I talked about how I used to be this cheap guy, and then you was like, you need to raise your prices. So I actually raised my prices, and now I know how to be the most expensive guy on the block, which we're going to talk about a little bit today, actually. So stick around. So what's up? Good guy there, John Seiko in the pressure washing industry. I was going to post that video in the Facebook group, but I decided not to, or maybe I just got lazy and didn't get a chance to do it. But good, man. Thanks, John. All right, so guys, listen. So today I'm going to talk about that thing, all right? That thing that millionaire business owners do that we should be doing right now if we haven't hit that mark, okay? If you want to be a millionaire, you got to act like a millionaire. You got to do what millionaires do, okay? So millionaire business owners do this one thing, and this one thing, guys, is that thing that's going to separate you from everybody else. So let's talk about that separation. What do we call that separation? The thing that we call that separation is, you might hear it expressed as differentiation. All right, differentiation. So what is differentiation? Differentiation is that thing that makes you different. Like, what makes your business different than other businesses? That is the thing that boggles a lot of our minds as we are, new entrepreneurs, or we've been doing it for a little while and we've fallen into the competition area, right? So we talked about this a few days ago too, where you find yourself battling with everybody else in your industry. And it's because you're selling a service that some other people are selling, all right? Selling a service or selling a product that anybody else is selling. That commoditizes your business. So what does commoditizing your business mean? That means you are a commodity. Like, you are in an area or in a business where somebody could come to your business and then they can go down the street and get the same exact thing. So that puts you in a commodity. That means you're selling something that somebody else sells, or you're doing a service that somebody else does, which is a case for a lot of us. It's business, it's competition, right? So because of that, right, somebody can price compare. So they might go to one person and they'll say, oh, I get this service. Oh, they do it for $100. Oh, this person will do it for $75. Oh, I'm going to go to the $75 person. All right, so first of all, if that's happening to you, you're talking to the wrong people, first of all. You're talking to the wrong people. You need to talk to people, and I talked about this the other day, okay? I have podcasts about this. You're talking to the wrong people. The people that you need to be talking to are people that don't have price resistance. Who are people that don't have price resistance? The super affluent. The affluent people, the super affluent. Now, it's not to be discriminatory against people who need things that are not super affluent. But if you're tired of price hagglers, if you're tired of people like saying, okay, I get this done at such and such for this price, then you need to change your messaging up front in front of your business to include that you are, or to say that you deal with high-end people, okay, or high-end customers. That way you won't have to worry about price haggling. Those people don't have any resistance to price. Now, you can stay in the lower end and still not have resistance to price based on you doing something that I'm going to tell you what you're going to be doing in a few minutes here. So if you want people to not haggle you on price, you have to either change your messaging or do what I'm about to tell you to do, okay? Can you teach me how to promote products? Of course. So this is what we're going to do. You have to learn how to differentiate. Remember, we learned that word. Differentiate means how you're going to be different than your competitors. So how do you become different? That's the thing that millionaires, business owners do. They put themselves into a situation and they make it different. They make themselves different than everybody else. Now, a lot of you guys think, a lot of you guys have improvement offers. All right. So what is an improvement offer? An improvement offer is when you do something that somebody else does and then you just say yours is better. That's the first thing that we go to when we say, how are you different? Oh, because mine is better. Like, nobody wants an improvement offer. It's just like you have a golf club. It's like, I'm going to sell a golf club too, but mine is better. But in what way? Oh, it's lighter and it hits the ball further. Okay, so that's an improvement offer. It's the same product, it's just better, right? What you need to, in order to blow your market up, in order to be in the forefront, you can be the most expensive, and people don't haggle you on price. Now, you might have people that won't go with you because of your price, because they might not be able to afford it. But they won't sit there and say, well, such and such does it for this, and you should be able to match their price. Well, let me just give you a quick tip here. If anybody, trust me on this, get your pen and paper out, hit screen record right now. I'm giving you a couple of seconds to do screen record because I want you to know this. If anybody tells you that, if anybody argues with you on a price and say, well, such and such says they will do it for this price, one, you haven't given them enough value in what you presented to them and told them what you're worth and what your value worth, what you're going to be bringing to them. That's one. And the second thing is they're lying. They are lying. 100% of the time they are lying. Oh, such and such said they'll do it for $75, or such and such said they'll do it for $250. You're charging me $500. They said they'll do it for $250. Well, if they're going to do it for $250, why are you on the phone arguing with me? Why are you on the phone arguing with me if somebody else can do it for cheaper? Why don't you just get off the phone and call them? Like, don't say that to them. But that's the thing. If anybody says, hey, I'm not, like, yo, they'll do it for cheaper. Like, okay, well, go to them. Go to them. Simple as that. If you're there's no need to argue. If you can get it cheaper, go get it cheaper. If they can give you the same value, you're obviously on the phone with me for a reason, telling me such and such to do it cheaper. Because if that was the case, you could just get off the phone and call them, right? So anybody tell you that, they're lying. They're trying to get you a cheaper price. You stay firm on your price. You know what I usually say? I usually say, ma'am, my prices are set as a mathematical equation. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with what neighborhood you live in. It's your price, your square footage plus what I need to run my business. We put that together. It's a mathematical equation. Whatever it comes out, that's what we put. And we have to have that or we go out of business. So, and I've done that a few times. And after that, there was nothing else said. Book the appointment and we get on it and we do it, right? And you guys got to get out of that. You guys got to get out of that mindset that people like getting scared about price. Like, no, it's your business. Like, they don't care about you and your family and your needs. All they care about is them and their family and their needs. So you have a need. So you have to care about your needs when it comes to price, and don't even worry about what they say. Don't even worry about what they say. It's like, yo, it's business. It's my business. This is what I charge. If you don't want to pay it, go elsewhere. Simple as that. Now, a lot of you might be like, well, I don't have enough people coming in. That's why you're here, because I'm going to teach you how to get more people coming in, right? More people on autopilot, right? So that's what I'm going to be helping you with, guys. So anybody tells you that, guys, just know that that is a lie. All right. So how do we get out of the commodity? How do we get out of the commodity market? How do we differentiate ourselves? How do we make our business stand out from the crowd? Okay, so in order to get out of that commodity business, right, get out of that commodity market, if you're struggling in the commodity market, you don't want to make an improvement offer and just say, oh, I do it better, or we're gonna clean better, like. Especially in the pressure washing industry, a lot of guys, well, some of the guys really screw up really bad, but and we have to come back and fix stuff for them. But most of the guys that are in it, they do a pretty good job. And so if they have a price that's a little bit less than yours, then they probably could win some of the jobs. But how do you raise yourself above them? The way you're going to raise yourself above the people in your market is by differentiation, and this is how you differentiate. You have to turn your service into an offer, okay? Into a new offer, right? A new opportunity. It can't be an improvement offer. So it can't be like, oh, we're gonna get your windows 30% cleaner, right? Like how you get something 30% cleaner. That means some person that cleaned it didn't do a good job, right? So you have to present a new opportunity. A new opportunity. They have to be able to come to you and get something that they can't get somewhere else. Right? They have to be able to come to you and get something that they can't get anywhere else. Meaning, if you offer, I'm gonna take it to the other side, right? So because doctors and lawyers and all these people, chiropractors and stuff, they usually get left out and they don't even know that this is for them. So let's say you're a doctor or a dentist. You do teeth cleaning, the other dentist does teeth cleaning. How are you going to raise above the other dentist cleaning? You can't say, oh, well, I'm going to make your teeth 30% cleaner. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're going to do that, you have to create a new opportunity. Okay, you got your teeth clean. Now I built a wellness, oral hygiene class that I'm going to give to you that you can take, that comes with 5 free cleanings, 5 free cleanings or 3 free cleanings a year. I'm just throwing numbers out there. 3 free cleanings a year. You're also going to get teeth whitening. You're also going to get this. You're also going to get that, all for this. That's creating a new opportunity. You can't go to another dentist office and get that package because that package is exclusive to that dentist. All right. So what you have to do, and here's your homework. Here's your homework. What you have to do is you have to go into your business and you have to think about, what can I offer? Right? You have to turn your services into an offer. All right. What can I offer these people? What is everything that I can do? Right? So if you're a window cleaner, what is everything that I can do for a window that I can charge for? All right. Package it up, put it out. Okay. Simple as that. So that's how you're going to separate yourself. Now, when you start separating yourself and you start getting those people out there and they start loving what you're doing, right? Then they're going to start calling you. So think about this. Do you want to set an appointment? Let's say you are you have children and you're going out to, have dinner with your wife or your husband or anything, and you need a babysitter. Are you going to go to the babysitters? You got 5 babysitters in your area, right? You got 5 babysitters in your area. All of them charge $10 an hour, right? So okay, I'm going to charge $10 an hour, and I got all these 5 to choose from. So I'm gonna call around and see which one might be cheaper. So let's just say someone does it for $7 an hour. So I'm gonna go with the $7 one, right? Would you do that, or would you love to have a babysitter who babysits, who also reads the kids a story, who also cooks dinner, who also does arts and crafts with the kids, and all of those are upsells. So like they create a package of things, right? They create a package of these things and say, hey, it's $20 an hour, but your kids are gonna get a bath, they're gonna get food. I wouldn't give them a bath, but make sure they take a bath, make sure they get food, make sure they play games. We're going to do all these other things. They're going to watch a movie. We're going to get them, all of these things. Okay, so they have a package that sets them over somebody saying, "Hey, I'll just sit there with your kids," right? So just create a package, guys, and that is going to raise you above everybody else because you're the only person that can get that. So now when the people come to you, when they buy it, they're not saying, well, such and such would do all of that for cheaper. Like, no, they ain't even gonna worry about that because you can't even go to anybody and get that and get this package, right? So that is that thing. So a lot of people tell you like, yeah, you just gotta offer something. What is your point of differentiation? But they don't jog your mind and tell you like, they don't jog your mind and say, this is how you do it. This is along the lines that you need to be thinking about. You need to be thinking along those lines, all right, when you're starting to differentiate yourself. So that is the thing that I can just leave with you guys. The biggest thing that I can leave with you guys, the biggest thing that you should understand about being in a commodity market. Because most of us are in a commodity market, and the ones that excel, the ones that make millions, are the ones that figure out how to get out of the commodity market. I just gave you $1 million idea there, right? This is how you get out of it. This is how you rise above and be the most expensive person on the block, and people will pay your prices and not flinch. The other thing is, guys, you need to start speaking to those people who have less or no price resistance. Just think about it. If someone, like, and I said this the other day, but I'm going to say it again because I need you guys to understand this. Just think about someone who pays $500 for a Gucci dog jacket. They'll pay $1,500 for a Louis Vuitton dog pillow. Do you think they're okay with spending $3,500 on their $2.5 million home? I'm just giving an example. Just think about it. Just logically think about this. If I have enough money to spend $200,000 on a machine that has a video camera on it and also has a video screen so that I can talk to my dog while I'm at work and push a button and give it a treat, I'd spend $200,000 on that. Why wouldn't I spend $75,000 to get my entire house cleaned, top to bottom, roof, windows, house, interior, windows, interior of the house, lawn cut, driveway, all of that stuff, pool deck cleaned off, right? That's easy. Why wouldn't they do that? Like, they'll spend $200,000 on a doggy treat video camera. They would definitely spend $1,000 to get their nails done. They'll spend $1,000 to get their hair done if you're good. And all you have to do is position yourself as good. But you have to position yourself as something that's different than somebody else, right? I'm not going to spend $1,000 to come to a salon to get, or to a barbershop to get my hair cut. Concentrate on my haircut. They're gonna give me a premium haircut with all of the lines I need. They're gonna put in all of the stuff. They're gonna go the whole nine. It's a hair spa, right? A hair spa. Yeah, I would pay $1,000 to do that. I'm gonna get my face massage, get my beard, all the stuff. They're gonna take care of my beard. They're gonna do the facial. They're gonna do everything. When I come out there, I'm gonna feel like $1 million. So it's well worth $1,000 to pay to go in there and get it done, right? So that's what I'm trying to challenge you guys to do, right? So I'm trying to challenge you guys, like, think outside the box, right? What else can I offer? How can I make this premium? Like, think about this. This is the best way I can put it. Your favorite celebrity. If your favorite celebrity was coming to your house for dinner, what would you do for them? Would you just say, oh, here's your plate, sit down there? Like, no, you would roll out the red carpet. My favorite celebrity's coming. I'm going to roll out the red carpet. I'm going to make sure that they're comfortable. I'm going to make sure that they feel comfortable in my home. I'm going to get them some water. Like, when they come in, like, you want something to drink? I'm not even going to ask you. I'm just going to bring you something to drink. Here's something to drink. In case you're thirsty, boom. If you need it, it's here. Boom, like, I got your stuff set up. Boom, boom. We're going to have a good conversation. I cleaned up the house extra good this time. I'm going to give you're going to roll out the red carpet for them. So you have to think of your customers as your favorite celebrity. Each one of them is your favorite celebrity, and you're coming to their house to do something for them, or they're coming to your place of business to do something there, and you're going to do something for them, or you're dealing with them online, and if you're going to be dealing with them online, you have to roll out the red carpet for them. You should be rolling out the red carpet, and that rollout of the red carpet is your package that they can't get anywhere else. Okay, and I'm not just only talking about service, like you're doing a good service for them. I'm also talking about the things that you offer them. All right, so you have to create an offer. You have to be good at creating offers. You have to be excellent at creating offers. The better you are at creating offers, the better you're going to do. All right. So with that being said, if you guys want to learn how to get more customers without having to spend a dime in paid ads, without having to spend, a bunch of time on social media trying to get people like that, I'm talking about for your service-based business or your online business, then I have a free ebook, morecustomersfree.com. You go to morecustomersfree.com, grab the ebook. It's absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything. I am big on helping you guys start to get customers. We can move after I help you start getting the influx of customers rolling in. Then we can talk about other things and about how to create these packages that I'm talking about. Like I can walk you through this and show you how to do that. And I can walk you through how you can optimize your business and grow and scale your business. But the first thing I need you to know is you need to learn how to get more customers and get them consistently. It's not that you don't have customers, it's that you don't get them fast enough, right? So you need to get them faster. And I'm going to show you a way that you can do that. It's in the ebook, morecustomersfree.com. It's absolutely free. You can go grab that right now if you want, okay? So, man, guys, that is what you need to do. And if you follow those rules, you have more bread to break up. If not, 24 more years stuck in the same space that you are. That's a race to the bottom, guys. If you stay in the commodity market, you're in a race to the bottom. All right, you have to rise above. You have to rise above. And if you don't rise above, you guys are going to be you're going to own a job for the rest of your life. You're going to be year after year after year after year still being everything in the business. And you might grow a little bit. You might get more people because you're doing more. Naturally, you're going to grow. But you can do it faster, and you can get to a point in 2 or 3 years that you would have gotten 10 years if you just stayed on it. So you can do it a lot faster because wealth has a need for speed, right? Wealth has a need for speed, and you can get there by charging more and doing less work. All right, work less, make more. All right, so that's the thing. All right, so I want you guys to do me a favor, do yourself a favor. Remember that everything that you do today affects your future. So remember tomorrow. I'm Mr. Fresh, you dig, and I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Okay, guys, I forgot I got to stay up here. I usually lose that. Welcome to the post show. Welcome to the post show of the Derek Harper podcast. This is the post show. I do a pre and post show. Since I have you guys up here, I want to answer questions that I've seen come through on TikTok as I was doing the podcast. And I thank you for joining me on. I'm sorry. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Trying to think here. Forgot I got to leave this up. So I want to ask a question. So on TikTok, and I stay up here for the post show. All right, John, thank you. Can you teach me how to promote products? Yeah, I said that. All right, that's all right. Okay, John, I'm going back up to John. What John says. Okay, I'll tell them exactly that. Why are you not going with that price? God, not answering the phone. Well, that's a huge message. All right, right. But yeah, so yeah, when those people started, that's what I do. So here's the thing, guys. With that, if you get on the phone and somebody starts haggling you with the price and everything, and then they say, I can get it done cheaper for such and such, then you just tell them, okay, forget about, like if they can do the same thing at the same price, then go with them. The more you act like you don't need their money, the more you're going to attract them. The more you say, oh, well, I can do, you're going to push them away. The more you act like you don't need their money, the more you're going to attract them. So, and if that messes up, like, I don't want you to think like Derek told me to do this and then he messed up my deal. Like, no, you actually got somebody away from you that you don't want them. Case in point, I have a lady who lives on a professional golf course. I'm talking about not just, some old raggedy rinky-dink golf course and they just live on it. No, this is the PGA Tour comes through this golf course, right? So she lives on that golf course. The house is at least $2 million, worth $2 million. And she haggles me on price. Because when I was a younger business person, I let her haggle me. And so from then on, like now, she haggles me on price. And when I go do it, and I know she haggles me on price, so I started getting smarter. So I started raising my price higher, and she's like, "Oh," she does the whole thing like she don't know. You're gonna charge an old woman like me this much? Yes. And then I know she's gonna haggle me, so I always say, you know what? You're a very good customer. She calls me back every year, 2 or 3 times a year. So I give her a better price. But I do raise my price so I can get close to what I want to get from her, right? So I do that. But the people that will say, okay, and they hang up the phone and they go elsewhere, you don't want them as a customer anyway, right? You just done yourself a favor. So if it messes up your quote unquote messes up your deal, it really doesn't mess up your deal. It really helps you because now you don't have to haggle price with them. So a lot of people will say, well, at least I'm getting money from them. Yeah, but you look at the amount of time you keep your business running the way you need to keep it running. All right. So it's easier than said than done. Somebody says, right. It's not really that hard, guys. You just have to start thinking. Like the hardest thing that business owners, the thing that business owners have the most struggle with is the hardest work that nobody ever wants to do is thinking, right? You just have to think. You have to literally set time aside and sit down and think. Because when you sit down and you think, you are going to get ideas that get divinely downloaded into your brain, and you're going to start coming up with ideas, and you're like, oh, okay. So you have to the reason why most business owners, like, you need guidance. So you can find somebody to guide you, but most of them have to spend way more money than they have to because they don't sit and think for themselves. Everybody wants a done for you. Here it goes. Let me walk through the process and get it. Like, no, you have to think along the way, guys. Even if I were to sit down one-on-one with you and work with you one-on-one, it's $3,500 an hour, by the way, to do that. And you see how easy that rolled off my tongue? And a lot of you probably sitting there, $3,500 an hour? I don't even pay my lawyer that. Right. And that's probably why you'll probably go to jail if you get into some legal trouble because you don't want to pay. Like, you got to pay. Like, it's $3,500 an hour for me to work with you. And guess what? I'm going to get it. And I do 8 hours, by the way. So add that up. So anyway, you have to where was I? Somebody remind me where I was at. I forgot where I was at. What did you say? Oh yeah, you got to think. Okay, so you got to think. You got to sit down. You got to have thought. You got to think. All right, you got to think for yourself. A lot of the business owners, they don't want to think. They just want somebody to do it for them. Like, the more you think for yourself, you get your guidance. You got to have your guidance, guys. You have to pay for guidance. So you pay for your guidance, and then you have to think through those things, right? If you work with me, I can guide you, but I'm not your savior, right? I'm not your savior. You have to be your own savior. Like, you have to be the person who thinks through the things. So I can give you the strategy. I can give you the tactics. I can give you the blueprint. And yes, that's the things that you're supposed to do, but you have to think and use your own brain and come up with your own unique ideas to add to that'll make it explode and do what you needed to do. So that's just so when somebody says, it sounds easier than done, yeah, it does sound easier than done. It probably is easier said than done because you have to do the hard part, which is think. All right. So you need to challenge yourself to start thinking. Start setting aside 20 minutes every day and think. If you don't have, here's your homework. All right. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to sit for 20 minutes a day and think of your service or your product and think about what you can offer everything that you can offer somebody that you can put together, and just think about it. All right, just think about it. And I promise you, if you do that every day, you're going to come up with something amazing, and you're going to be able to offer that to your people. You have to be great at making offers. Okay, you want to make more money? Make more offers. Where you heard that before? Myron Golden, right? Please walk me through the process to succeed. I absolutely. If you go get morecustomersfree.com, go to morecustomersfree.com and grab the free ebook. I can walk you. We can walk you through that. That's the first thing we need to do. You have to get on level 1, right? So you got to start on level 1. You got to master level 1 before we go to level 2, right? So we can go to level 2, 3, 4, and we can go through the whole entire growth strategy, which is G, get customers, R, retain customers, O, optimize and monetize, and then 4, work together, grow, W, grow, work together. That's the whole framework that I teach. And that's an entire growing your business process. But we start with getting more customers. All right. Please walk me through the process to succeed. Got that? Great question. Yeah, because I was talking about thanks. How do you sell ebooks? Thank you for teaching us. You're welcome. You're welcome. Selling ebooks. It's the same thing, guys. It's the same thing. You have to come up with an idea that, or come up with something that people have a problem with. They have a problem with something. Okay. Then you need to be able to, and you can solve that problem. You write an ebook about solving that problem, and then you get people to buy it by giving them some information and letting them know that you have the ebook that can teach them more. All right, so you have to help people. In order to help people, you got to show people. In order for people to buy stuff from you, you got to show them that you can help them. So you got to help them first, and then the resistance to price and resistance to buying, that domino falls. Okay, so in order to move that resistance out of the way, you have to help them first. How do you get people? How do you help people? You help people by showing them you can help people. All right, it's as simple as that. Thank you for teaching. You're welcome. All right, $3,500 an hour. Dang, bro, I'm in the wrong business. No, you're not. You can get $3,500. You charge $35 a house. $3,500 a house. $3,500 a house. Why? Because you are a. And I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you what I'm working on right now. Right. So I'm working on this with a couple of other guys. And I'm going to start calling you Dr. Harper. I'm working on this with a couple of other guys, so I'm going to give this. I'm going to be transparent with you guys. I am working on where are you at? You're in Florida, right? But I'm working on a project where I've turned my pressure washing business. Well, not the main thing. We're keeping the main thing, but we're adding a superior service where we're doing. Instead of a pressure washing company, we're a luxury property maintenance division. All right. We have a luxury property maintenance division, and our lowest package for these affluent people is going to be $35,000 a year. So we're putting them on a $35,000 a year package to do luxury property maintenance. All right. And so, like I said, I figured if they'll pay $200,000 for a doggy treat thing, they'd spend $25,000, $35,000, $75,000 to maintain their house, so they don't have to think about anything. You just got to make them. We got to make them save time, because people who have that amount of money, they understand that time is more valuable than money. Like, a lot of you guys think that money and like time is money. Time is not money. Time is more valuable than money. Here's how. If I were to give you $1 million today, but said, if you take this $1 million, how many of you would take it? Yeah, a lot of you would take it. But if you take $1 million and then tomorrow I say, tomorrow you got to die though, would you take that $1 million then? Absolutely not. Why? Because time is more valuable than money. Money replenishes, time doesn't. So that's what these people who are super affluent, they understand that, especially a lot of them run business, so they don't care what it costs. They just say, does it save me time? If it saves me time and I can spend that time with my family and doing the things that I love to do, and I don't have to do a bunch of work, then yeah, just pay for it. Whatever they want, just pay it, because they have the resources. Like, we're talking to people who have millions of dollars every year in disposable income, not what they make. I'm talking about disposable income that they just set aside. And they like 25,000 is not even like, that's like $25 to them. Like, okay, boom, just do it. You know, and they'll take care of everything. Oh, cool, do it. Right. So that was the thing. So that's just from me to you. I'm pretty sure you can hook up with a few guys in your area. I know you've been in the industry for a long time, so I know you know a lot of people that you can hook up with, and go ahead and get that put together and do it for yourself in your area. I'm telling you guys, it's going to work. It's going to work. All right. I'm feeling generous today. Anybody else need any help? I'm doing a Ask Me Anything right now for the next, let's say, 10 minutes. So ask me anything. I'm going to answer it as if I was answering one of my $3,500 an hour clients. And I'm going to give you the answers as if I was coaching one of them. And so just ask me anything. What are you struggling with? Yeah. So what are you guys struggling with? What are you having problems with? You can ask me anything so I can give you an answer. All right. So just ask anything in there. Yeah, we have to be realistic. Yeah, you have to be realistic. But what is realistic? What is reality? Reality is what you make it, because your thoughts are things. Your thoughts are things. So it's realistic. So when you say, yeah, but we have to be realistic, you're both right and wrong at the same time. Because reality to you is your reality. So you can get more. So whatever your reality is, then that's what you offer. So if you don't think you can get $25,000, don't charge $25,000. If you think you can get eight or 9,000, charge 8 or 9,000. And guess what? You'll get 8 or 9,000. But those of us who think that we can get 75, 80,000, we're going to get 75, 80,000. All right. Yeah, but really, to the customers are not the same are yours. Oh no, yeah. So you just have to you. I should have prefaced that by saying you have to market to those customers. You know what I'm saying? So like if you go to Sally or Jew, and I don't mean to say those names, but just if you just go to an area where there are residential homes that between $100,000 to $300,000, $400,000, yeah, they might have $30,000 of disposable income, so $25,000 might not be feasible for them, but $5,000 or $6,000 may. So I was told, and the reason why I say it's both right and wrong, because I was told, in reading and then just watching a bunch of stuff, it's like you have to start where your belief level is. So you start at, do you think you can get 10,000 for this? No. All right. Do you think you can get 9,000 for this? No. Do you think you get 8,000 for this? No. You think you get 7? No. You think you get 6? Nah, maybe. Think you get 5? Possibly. You think you get 4? Kinda, maybe. Sometimes. You think you get 3? Yeah, I definitely can get 3. All right, we'll start at 3,000. All right. So start at 3,000. So that's guys, like, people think that faith, like when you building up your faith, you have to. That's why they call it building up. Like you have to build up your faith. Right? There's no punishment for not having the highest faith, except for you're stopping yourself from getting the most you can get, right? So if you got a product and you think it's worth $100 and you can believe, like, you can't sell anything that you don't believe that will sell, right? You cannot sell anything that you don't believe that you can sell. So if you don't believe that you can sell a $500 product, don't sell a $500 product. If you believe you can sell it, if you believe you can sell that $500 product for $150, sell it $150. But you have to start believing that you can do more. All right, so you have to build your faith up. So once you start selling at $150, let me give you a barometer. Let me give you a thing. So how do you know when you should raise your prices? When you continually get yeses. When you continually like yes. You get a lot of yeses, that means it's valuable. That means it's worth more. All right. So then you raise your price. All right, raise it up. Once you start getting people saying yes to that price, all right, now it's time to go up. All right. Once you start getting a little resistance, you're selling 1 or 2 or 3. All right, you're good there. You're good there. And then once it start getting more yes, you raise it more. All right. So that's the barometer. That's why I always like the litmus test, I guess, for knowing when to raise your prices and things like that. He says, good cars for commercial work, but not to residential. Just your opinion. Okay, you're entitled to that. That's cool. I sell my remote control boxes. Oh yeah, you do have the remote control boxes, man. I want one of those. I want one of those. I forgot you do sell those. But my boxes are better and long lasting than the competition. All right, yeah. Yeah, man, I want one of those boxes, man. I want one of those boxes. Yeah, send me a message, man. I want one of those boxes. You see how that works? I'm ready to buy a box. John sells a box. And guess what? If he wanted to sell it to me at $500, he probably could. But don't sell it to me at $500 though, John. I can get it somewhere else cheaper. Literally, I can. All right. Yeah, he sells these boxes. No, it's $550. Oh, it's $550. Okay. All right. He sells these boxes that you can, if you're pressure washing, you understand. You can hit a button and it'll cut off your soap line. And then you can turn it back on without having to walk around the house again. So it saves saves a lot of time. So my thought process is, it's not how much it costs, really. It's not really what it costs. My thought process is, how much time is it going to save me? How much more can I get done because I have this product? Because I have this product, I know that I can get another house in a day or two. And if I can get more than one house, another house or two in a day, then I could be, that could turn into $1,000. So I could make an additional $1,000 a day for spending $500, or I could lose an additional $1,000 a day by not buying the product. So that's the thought process that we need to start thinking about, and that's how you need to present it to your people when you start doing it. Man, I'm giving a lot of gems out today. All right. Yeah, it's called Efficiency in Business. I have a PVC ball valve. Yeah, because if you have those metal ball valves and all that stuff, they rust out real quick, and you got to keep putting. You can't really get the WD-40 down on them to keep them from rusting out and crapping out and corroding and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, that's cool. All right, man. If you guys don't have any other questions, man, if you guys want to learn how to get more customers without having to spend a lot of money and paid ads and all that stuff, you want to learn more of this growth strategy and how you can grow your business, do yourself a favor, go to morecustomersfree.com, grab the free ebook, and we'll talk. All right? So with that being said, man, I'm going to jump on out of here, get ready for some football. I don't even watch football today because the Falcons are not playing. Even when the Falcons play, they don't play. Okay, I'm getting some feedback. I think because I'm crossing the line. Yep, that's exactly what it is. All right. It's that 20 years of video training, understanding mics and audio and all that stuff. All right, so with that being said, guys, you have a good day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Welcome to the Derek Harper Podcast pre-show. What's going on? Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the Derek Harper Podcast pre-show. I was thinking podcast and pre-show at the same time. Come on in. We're going to be talking about something cool today, and I want to help you get more customers for your business and all of that stuff absolutely free. You're listening to the Derek Harper, or you're watching the Derek Harper Podcast pre-show. We're going to break into this podcast here in just a second, and we're going to be talking about some valuable things. Today we're going to be talking about that thing that millionaire business owners do that you should be doing as well. Okay? What is that thing that they do that make them millionaires? So I'm going to be telling you guys exactly what that is, and we're going to be talking about it, and I'm going to break it down for you, and I'm going to show you how you can do it, and it'll help you rise above. Okay? All right. So like we do on our pre-show every day, every time we do our pre-show, I tell you a little fun fact about me. And a little fun fact about me is that I actually graduated from the Norfolk State University in Norfolk, Virginia, and I have a bachelor's degree in general broadcast, i.e., am I here? And I've always wanted to be an anchor and stuff like that, so I got my chance now. So here we go. Anchor, radio show. I had a radio show in college too, so I should have saved that for another day. But anyway. Yeah, so here we are. Before we get started, guys, if you are interested in getting more customers without having to spend money in paid ads, without having to do a lot of stuff with social media, you can go to morecustomersfree.com and grab the free ebook. It's absolutely free, morecustomersfree.com. You can grab that ebook. It's absolutely free. It helps you get more customers without having to spend any money on paid ads and no, you don't have to spend a lot of time on social media. You don't have to spend any time on social media trying to get a bunch of followers to get yourself some customers. No, you don't have to do that. So I have strategies that you can use that can get you customers without having to do that. All right, so we're going to jump into this thing right now. So if you guys here, enjoy the ride. All right. I hope you guys can hear me very, very well over there. You should be able to. I got my cool mic together in here, so I'm making sure that we're all good. All right. Okay. You guys ready? All right, here we go. Ready? Okay. Welcome to the Derek Harper Podcast, the podcast where we take a business, we get more customers for free, we grow it using our growth strategy, and then we sell it. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Derek, Mr. Fresh Harper. You dig? That's my thing. That's what I do. I'm your host. So we're going to be teaching you guys that thing that's going to help you become just like the millionaires. What do the millionaires do? What do the millionaire business owners do that you're not doing that's going to help you get to their status? I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do today. And it's one of those things that, man, you guys really, really, really might be struggling with really, really, really bad, because people tell you this all the time. So I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it, and hopefully you can hit that 7-figure mark like most of us aspire to do. All right, so Project One Business. All right, Project One Business.